Going to.
There we go.
All right. What up, y'all? What's happening? Welcome to the watch party on the Hitless Podcast Network. This is your boy as a Kiwi.
And this is Lydia.
Hey, this is your girl Lorena.
And what up? This is your boy Brian St. John.
All right. Okay. We got a jam-packed night tonight, y'all. We got, so y'all ready? Y'all had your Wheaties. Y'all drank your water. You had a good week. It was beautiful outside today. Did you take advantage of the day? What's happening?
Yeah. It was beautiful today.
Wasn't it?
Yeah.
It was gorgeous today, but I'm not 100% myself because I got caught in a downpour and got drenched today. I was drenched, but it cleared up and it wound up being a really beautiful day.
Yeah.
You probably needed a bath anyway.
You know what? I bathe on Monday, Wednesdays, and Fridays.
Welcome to the spicy edition.
That's all right. That's all right. Give me back to where I need to be.
Welcome to the spicy edition. All right, y'all. Well, tonight we're talking about a plethora of things. The first being The Chi. Then we're gonna ease into what's after that. The
Old Guard.
The Old Guard will be next.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, and then we're gonna close out with Friend
Request.
BET movie that just came out yesterday. So let's kick it off with The Chi, y'all. The Chi, episode 4. Lyd, give us a recap.
Yes. This episode was fire. So the recap: after Ronnie followed the suspicious-looking guy at the vigil, he teamed up with Dre in hopes of finding Keisha. Additionally, Emmett and Tiffany hit a dry spell. Otis wants to adopt Jake, and mayoral candidate Camille Holloway made her debut. So there was lots happening. Also, Otis Perry's wife made her debut too, Candy Buress. I don't know if I don't remember if she was on there before or anything. No. Is this her debut too?
Debut.
Yeah, this is her debut.
Yeah. So this episode's jam-packed. So let's get into it. Let's get in.
We had 2 debuts. Okay. Oh gosh, can we light a candle for Keisha, please?
What? Why?
Keisha.
Wait. Easy. I want to say one thing. Sorry, don't mean to cut you up. To our people watching right now, there are going to be spoilers. So
on everything.
On everything. If you have not watched these shows, I suggest signing off and coming back later because they're going to be spoilers. Okay, Sid, sorry.
Yes, I was saying a candle, not because it's officially that she's gone. It's just that we're still in this zone of what happened to Keisha and what's going on. We open up with a flashback of her, and we get to see a little bit of the relationship with Keisha and Dre. Right. And so we get to see why she had the attitude at the wedding with Dre, and where that came from. What are your thoughts on their relationship on the opening scene?
I mean,
Lorena.
I think, first of all, Keisha's a brat. Point blank, period. She was up there. I don't even know what time it was, but she was playing that music way too loudly. The explicit version, not the clean version. Okay. I'm just saying, she was blasting that music in the house. She's in high school, whatever it is. And I'm like, Dre was like very polite, like, hey, can you turn it down? And Keisha was just like a straight biatch. Okay.
She's a teenager.
She's a teenager. She's a teen. Well, go ahead, B.
No, I'm just like, she's a teenager. We all did it. I did it. You did it. Lydia did it. Cindy did it. Well, you didn't play loud music in your house when you were a child?
No, we have 2 perfect people here.
No.
They did nothing wrong as teenagers.
They just didn't blare music.
No,
Hail Mary, full of grace.
No.
If I was taught to respect adults, your elders, if an adult, if my mother came in a room like Dre and said to turn that music down, the music would have been turned down. It don't matter. That's somebody that's an adult. That music would have been turned down, or else it would have been something to the neck or to the forehead.
Technically, she did turn it down. She put the earbuds in the air and she went out the house.
No, it wasn't. No, but it wasn't until after
the conversation she said
the Dre saw the tattoo. Yeah. Then she got right, because now she's like, oh snap, I don't want Dre to snitch on me and tell mommy about my tattoo. So she got straight after that. But if Dre didn't see that, she would have still been popping off at Dre, like straight popping off. But you're right, like she's a teenager, and they have issues. Well, she has issues with Dre. I think we've seen that a little bit before, maybe. Mm-hmm. But still, it was like just straight nasty attitude. And I did like how Dre was like, oh, nah, you're not even doing that. She didn't back down or be like, no, I want to be on the good side of Keisha. She's popped back too, which I did respect.
Well, I think part of that might come from Nina's a great mother. She raised both her kids well. However, I think there's maybe a bit of leniency in her parenting that might allow them to be that way. So Dre comes in and Dre's a lot more stern. She's the man of the house. So I think that, and I don't think Keisha's used to that sort of parenting. And I think that might be the resistance and the rebellion that she's giving back, because Nina might be a little bit more, hey, okay, cool. You know what? Do your thing. You're young. I'm out. Just keep it down a little bit. So that's all.
I agree. I do agree with you there, Brian.
Good point. Well, speaking of Dre, we've got a new little duo investigating team developing with Dre. Dre and your boy Ronnie. Ronnie's eating out of dumpsters, and Ronnie's becoming a CS.
Ronnie's a homeless man with a cell phone.
He's a private investigator now.
He got flash shoes for a homeless man.
He got a cell phone. Who's paying the plan?
Yes.
Yeah. Ronnie's arc is just crazy to me. Every season, he seems to have he develops some kind of new mentor. Someone who's gonna teach him and guide him. And I'm gonna get into I got a couple of issues, but we're gonna go through the round, and I'm gonna tell you my issues towards the end. But what y'all think of the Batman and Robin?
I liked it. You know what I mean? And I guess because Ronnie is really trying to redeem himself in the neighborhood. He really desperately is trying. So I feel for him a little bit. And he's like, you know what? I'm going to take this cause on, because hopefully I'll be redeemed and I'll find her or something, or find a clue and help find her. So I kind of like that the two of them decide that Dre is kind of like, okay, I'll join with you because he came with some piece of information. So I like the duo. I like that they're teaming up. You know what I mean?
I do. I like it. I actually, I like this redemptive storyline that they're building for Ronnie. And I feel, and as you could see, he feels like he's being led, like something is telling him to do this, whether it's his inner voice, his spirit, God, whoever is speaking to him. And I feel like this is something that he's passionate about. Like he came to the house, like, Dre was behind the door, like, I'm about to bust that ass. I don't know, Ronnie. But she listened to him. And, the thing is that I respect that, because it's what's needed in the community, right? Community, people helping each other. And I just really, I like that he followed his instincts, because nothing would happen had he not followed his instincts. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Yeah, he went into Lorena's basement, because the basement that he went into was real dark, And that's the basement she in right now.
Get him, girl. Get him.
Wait. Did we know that Ronnie's grandmother passed?
No,
No.
he said, I want to do something before she died.
Before she died.
Yeah.
Before, okay.
Sid, I thought so too. And then when I looked back at it, I was like, oh, no, because I said, wait a minute, the grandmother passed? But then he said, before I want to do something good before she died.
Yeah.
Okay. And I just got to spit out one of my grievances right now, because one of the key elements in the other seasons was the police element, right? How in the hell they don't have the police investigating this situation? Like, we've been introduced in 2 seasons to a police department and an officer that already has a relationship, because they got Kevin to testify or to go in and question him. So they have a relationship with the family. So now another member of the family has a situation, and where are the police? She has to go and hire a private investigator. Where are the police? Like, don't turn this show into a Tyler Perry show where people just spring up and disappear and they never mention it again. What is going on?
I don't think it's that. I think
episode. Relax.
No, I don't think it's
relaxed.
That. No, I don't think it's that, Sid. I think that
where are they, Lid?
I just feel like they're trying to emphasize how in our communities the police really, they kind of do disappear. And it's like you feel like, are y'all really looking for our kids or what? What's happening? I think they're playing on this is just me, in my opinion. I think they're playing on that aspect. So that's why she went and got a private investigator, because she's like, probably like, where y'all at? Y'all not doing enough. Let me do that. Let me hire a PI.
Yeah, I agree with you, Lydia, because the speech of the mayoral candidate at the church pretty much said exactly what you just said, Lydia. They kind of wrapped everything that's going on in the community into that speech. So I agree. I think part of the police not lack of presence is part of the fact that they're not really present in the community like that.
Yeah, I definitely agree. I see where they're going with it, and I agree with Lydia. I also think that it is like, it's the hood. So they're not taking this matter seriously. As you saw when the police officer was sitting in the living room, she was like, "Oh, you sure she didn't run away?" Like it's not taken seriously, because this girl had whatever they call it, snap ghosts or whatever they called it, her little pages, and she was out there gallivanting. I think they're trying to play this up to basically say that in these cases, when it's in the hood, when it's a girl that nobody really cares about, the police are not present. So the Black parents have to go ahead and do what they need to do to find their children themselves. It's not given the same visibility as Becky on Fifth Avenue in New York.
I agree, but within this series, you introduce players and characters. All I need out of 4 episodes, all I need is 1 minute of a cameo of a police that we know that they introduced a new character last season, the Black police officer lady. Just give us 1 clip of her doing something, and don't act like they never existed. That's all I'm saying. That's it.
I hear you. I hear you. I mean, it makes sense. I just feel like that's not what it is. So, but yeah.
Okay. All right. Well, let's transition to the Motley Crew, to the our favorite little boys that are growing up
them.
every episode before our eyes. Like, yo, Big Papa, spill the tea, chat room. Like, spill the tea.
He said it's a temporary name. Hey, it's a temporary name.
I love him.
Oh my gosh.
And he's like, that's temporary. It's a temporary name.
It's a temporary name.
Jake is like, what the spill of tea mean? I'm like, what? I love it. I love it.
I love it, but I also love the growth of what's happening between Big Papa and Kevin, and then
Yeah,
they're turning into young men, and
yes.
it's crazy how the things that they're doing now is really evolving and changing, and the things that they like. I just love to see that because I love to see young men I love that positivity that they're putting in the show like that. And we were introduced to a St. John tonight. Even though I didn't, because I never knew her last name.
Yes.
So yeah.
Yes. I think that I love the boys. I really do. And I like Jake too. Because you know why? Because he'll never admit it, but it's like he is he's trying to grow up and be taken seriously like, Kevin and Papa, but he tries to play it off like, no, y'all ain't shit, whatever. But I feel like he's trying to come into his own too as well, so I love the boys. I love how they interact with each other. I love how they reel with each other. You know what I mean? Just their whole thing and how they're growing and how they do have each other's back when it comes down to it. They get mad at each other, they get pissed, they cuss each other out, but at the end of the day and all of that, they're like, you know what? I got your back. So I love that.
Okay.
Real quick though. Kevin's girlfriend, what's her name?
Gemma.
Dump her. She's gonna be controlling. She's gonna be controlling. Watch it. She's gonna be controlling. Watch her, Kevin. She's controlling. Okay.
I think we may need to mute Brian's mic. I think.
Watch her, Kevin.
You're not gonna hate. You're not gonna hate on the strong black girl.
Yeah.
A positive. Okay, you said your point. Let me do mine. Let me do mine. Let me do my point.
Because I need to clear up.
Well, clarify.
Well, clarify so I can.
Because you're not gonna throw that on me.
So I can cut you. Come on.
No,
okay, you're not. Okay, you paused. So you paused. Okay.
I didn't pause. You already have it in your mind, so continue.
Okay.
No, go ahead.
I'll give you a moment.
No, go ahead.
So you want the last word? Okay. Okay. So the fact that they introduce a strong, positive, dark skin,
and I love that
black girl.
Mm-hmm.
It's just so beautiful to see this little budding relationship and a positive relationship that he respects her and she's commanding respect. That's the way little girls got to teach, because boys are knuckleheads. We are knuckleheads at that age. Mm-hmm. And so we need a woman like that to come in and say, okay, act right, straighten up.
I could see. I mean, I really like her. I can see where Brian is going in terms of the controlling thing, because she keeps, trying to correct his speech. But I think she's doing it with good intention. She wants Kevin to be the best version of himself and stop trying to play hood. You don't need to play hood in front of me. Why are you doing that? Like, she wants him to always be the best version of himself. So that can seem controlling, especially at that age. So I do see where Brian was going, but I just like her no nonsense. I don't give a fuck. I'm gonna say what I say, and I meant what I said, and I'm gonna write the executive director of the museum.
It shows a really good upbringing.
It does, and I love that. But and the thing is, when Black women are like that, people think it's controlling or aggressive or those, you know what I mean? Those are cold words.
Say it again.
It just, people feel like it's like a bad thing when we do it. When Black women do it, it's like, oh, you got to be nicer. Oh, don't forget to smile. Oh, don't be so aggressive. And it's like, no, what she's doing, as she should, you lift up the next person. You know what I mean? So she's trying to lift Kevin up like, I need you to say it properly. Because when you out here in these streets, I need you to, we got to do it 10 times better than they do it. She trying to lift him up.
Exactly.
And this is what she gets from home.
That's what Kevin needs.
Valid points, Lydia and Lorena. And I agree with you.
Thank you, Ryan.
Yo, you know what? You know what, Ryan? You know what?
That's the after feeling. He's still cut.
She's a boss. That's what she is. She's a boss.
Yes, she is.
She said her daddy is rich. You know, and so she doesn't have those same like insecurities, because for Kevin is insecure. For him to flip his lingo, that's insecure with him and his intelligence, wanting to speak a certain way. She's secure in all of her blackness, her intelligence, all of that kind of stuff. He still has he has growing up to do, obviously, you know, and he also still lives in a community that doesn't probably respect that.
And this is a perfect example that he couldn't hear it from me, and so it took two strong black women to change.
I could have heard it from you. I didn't like your approach to how
transitioning to the next topic. we just
could have received
watch party.
Just didn't do it right.
Okay. Our lovable Emmett. How much do we love Emmett, y'all? Yo, Emmett. Okay. We're gonna talk about Emmett, but here's another grievance, because we only got a little bit of time to wrap up this show before we get into the next. Okay, I went back last season and I saw a scene where Tiffany says, "I'm pregnant." She was pregnant at the end of the last season.
That's right.
I don't know if you all remember that.
Yeah,
but
she was.
They didn't. We come back this season and she's no longer pregnant, and they don't even mention it. And she's become a drug dealer. Where she's getting these drugs, we don't know. But now she's heavily selling drugs. And that's an inconsistency that I saw in the show. And I'm like, wait. That was the cliffhanger for Tiffany and Emmett last season.
Maybe
you're right.
Maybe she, I don't know. Maybe she doesn't. You know, you're right. So like, I'm like, wait, what?
I'm like, I said, okay, Lena, what's going on here? You got a couple of holes. You're too busy flooding the show with all these new characters.
But
you're not
taking away the police.
But it also goes to it also reflects the fact that we don't know what happened with Brandon. He's just dead.
What?
We know why that. We know why that happened.
He's dead.
No. How did he die? Is the question. Right, but that's what I'm saying.
Into that story.
I know, but what I'm saying is there's loose ends.
I'm with you, Lorena, because you all, the rest of you guys, are too accepting of these holes.
Oh no.
Okay,
no.
We all forgot.
Every time I mention a hole, it's like, well, you know, okay.
No, Sid. Right. Well, maybe because so far we haven't agreed with your holes.
Okay, where's Common?
But this hole we agree.
The Common move up his shopping pack.
I agree with that. I agree where you're going with that one too.
Okay. Whatever happened to the guy who came, the OG player that moved next door to the drug house and was cleaning up the place? What happened to him?
They had to change
the guy from 21 Jump Street.
I guess they had to change the whole story up.
You see what I mean? He doesn't acknowledge the holes. He comes up with
an
excuse. It's a hole.
There is.
It's a hole in the bucket, Eliza.
It's a lot of loose ends.
Acknowledge the host. Didn't I just kind of agree with the host?
Yes, you did.
There's
a lot of holes.
There's a lot of holes.
There's a lot of loose ends that they have not tied up.
Right, and they're introducing new characters. I feel like so quickly, and they're not developing the one. Okay, so this week We don't see Dominique Lala, and we don't see Trig this week because they have to introduce what is her name?
Candy Burst.
Candy Burst's character comes in like Alexis' character, the
really
dramatic entrance, which I love.
And where's she going with the cleavage and the bra showing at a fundraiser at a school? Where's she going?
And so
we're gonna find out what kind of gangster she is.
Right. And so they introduce her, and they also introduce Hardwick, I think his name is.
Corey Hardwick.
Hardick, who is
Tia Mowry's husband.
Tia's husband, and she's a client of Tiffany. And so he's probably going to be a regular now. And so they're introducing these people, and I don't think they have enough time slots. We only have a half hour.
That's probably
only have a half hour.
Right, but that's probably what it is, Sid. And I think
we can't get used to these guys for next season because they're going to be gone.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm just saying, Sid, maybe there's so many characters. I feel like not in every episode you're going to be focused on each and every character. But I do agree, like some people you're like, wait, what happened to that person? Oh, wait, what happened to this person? Where's Common? Maybe Common will come back, in an episode down the road or something like that. But maybe that's a part of the story because, Ronnie is searching. Now he with Papa. He's up in Papa's father's church now, and so he's the mentor now. So Ronnie is like searching or whatever. But yeah, no, I think I know what you saying. Oh, about go ahead, Marina.
What you got?
So the church, Papa saw his daddy getting paid off by the politician to appear. What was that all
about? Let's talk about Camille, aka Lena Waithe.
What do you think? Oh my God.
That was huge. That was huge. Do you understand the bigness of that whole scene? LGBTQIA individual at a black church on the pulpit. Do you understand the relevance?
I think she took a page out of Real Life, the real life mayor of Chicago.
Yes.
Definitely.
Oh my God. I thought that was so huge. And then I'll turn it over to you, Lorena, to talk about the little payoff.
I was like, what is happening here? Like Papa, like Big Papa. I was surprised. And his daddy was like, don't be in grown folks' business. That's gonna throw Big Papa because he has such a sense of honesty.
Right and wrong.
Mm-hmm. And so that really, like, he was all about that lady because he thought she was the best candidate. He said, like, what the hell's my daddy into? And what is going on with this lady? I was just like, I was floored because that was unexpected to me. Very unexpected. Mm-hmm. What y'all think was happening?
I don't know what's happening. It's too early to predict this. It's politics.
It's politics.
And, they're paying people off, but they just had to introduce an adversary for Duba so that we can see it's not all about him. But I really need them to focus more on him and give us a little bit more because they introduce the big boss guy in prison that he's taking orders from, and they're introducing his wife, and so I need more from him.
I agree.
I agree.
I think it's coming.
Okay. Well, we'll see. We'll see what happens next week. So what? Okay. Any more thoughts on this episode?
Well,
no, I mean,
I was just gonna say I was happy because the way they led up to the sand dune scene on the beach, I honestly was thinking that it was Keisha. Only up until the point to where Kevin gets home and Nina says it wasn't. And that whole scene, the acting, it was phenomenal. I mean,
Yeah.
it touched me.
It was heart-wrenching.
I thought it was heart-wrenching, and I thought it was dope, but I knew it wasn't her. Because I feel like like I said last week, I feel like they're going to drag it out. I think this whole season is going to be about Keisha and trying to find her.
Yeah, I just hope that they don't drag it out to kill her.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I feel like that too. Like when they got to that beach scene, I was like, please don't let that be Keisha. Please don't let it be Keisha.
We'll probably have another.
Oh no, go ahead, Sid. What are you gonna say?
We'll probably have another death before the season, but don't let it be her.
I mean, the thing is that statistically, the longer a child is missing, the more they're usually dead. You know, unless they're being, kept hostage. Like I was hoping she was in that basement when Ronnie went to the guy's house and kicked out. Ronnie got some super strength to bust the door open, and he was yelling, "Keisha! Keisha, you down here?" I was like, "Shut up! You too loud, Ronnie! You breaking in people's houses with a bullhorn, screaming."
Yeah, but normally in film and television shows, they introduce someone and we sort of know it may be somebody in the cast, and so they haven't really introduced anyone but this pedophile, and we know it's not him. So a gut is saying that she's dead. But I'm keeping hope alive that we can have a positive ending on this story with Keisha, but I don't know. I don't know, y'all.
Yeah.
I don't know. But here to more holes and inconsistencies. So so what do you guys think of this episode rating wise?
I will give it I'm gonna give it a 5. The whole thing with the build up to Keisha, that's what gives me a 5. I mean, I thought that the whole scene was acted phenomenally.
Nice.
Yes, I will give it a 5 too, because I love how they led up to the whole Keisha scene, and then the mom with Kevin. That almost broke me down. I mean, they were phenomenal how they played that scene out. So I give it a 5.
B?
Yeah, ditto. I agree for the same reasons.
Okay. No, well, I'm not giving it a 5. But I'm not going to trash it in terms of not being a good episode. It was a good episode, but I don't know. Maybe a 4, 3.9.
How did it go? Okay.
4.
Okay.
Yeah, because the holes are so fresh in my head that I'm waiting for them to be answered, and you just keep going further. And I'm like, no, Lena. Develop. But okay.
All right.
Okay, all right. So next on the watch party list, we have The Old Guard. Kick it off, B.
So The Old Guard is a Netflix film. Charlize Theron plays Andy, who leads a group of mercenaries, all century-old immortals with the ability to heal themselves. Throughout the centuries, with their immortal powers, yeah, thank you. They've been saving lives and shaping the course of historical events. When when a person dies and they discover that one of them happens to be one of their immortals as well, they all dream of this person. So in comes Niall, played by Kiki Lavin, who is the latest immortal who they discover, and Charlize Theron goes out, finds her, and tries to bring her into the group to help save her and also to have her join the team so that they can continue saving lives. As they work together, they then are discovered. Their abilities are discovered by Copley, played by, and I'm going to butcher his name. Thank you, Chiwetel.
Marvel.
I'm not going to pronounce his last name. You guys can pronounce it. Thank you. Who lost his wife from a sickness, and he feels like their immortal powers could have helped save his wife. So now he wants to have them use their powers to save others for good. But he teams up with a crazy scientist named Merrick, played by Harry Melling, who wants to capture Andy and the team and use them as lab rats to try and use their powers so that he can use their abilities of healing for evil and bad ways. So, and this lends to them having to fight for themselves, and this is what the rest of the movie's all about. Them basically trying to fight and get over and all this stuff. Whatever, y'all know. Come on.
Okay.
I got tongue tied at the end. Sorry.
It's all good. It's a lot. It's a lot to unpack. I just wanted to interject for a sec. We didn't get to comments on The Chi, and we apologize for that. But at the end of this segment, we'll get to the comments for the old guard before we go into the next program. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So this movie was dope times dope times dope. I'm gonna watch it again. I loved
you love watching it. You love watching stuff over and over.
Listen, I love Charlize Theron's character Andy, but she was also this Andromeda, like a Greek. She has like a Greek name, and it was for me a twist. I didn't realize, and I guess I missed the trailer, that they were like these immortals. And starting from like the beginning, I knew something was about to pop off, because Andy was like, we don't do jobs for the same person. We don't do repeat jobs. And so they get this job from Chiwetel. What's his name?
Chiwetel. Come on, we got to learn our black people's names now. Come on.
My name is Lorena. Okay.
Okay, Lorena.
Okay. All right, colonizer's name. Okay.
That's it. First of all, it's a Spanish name. Let's get it straight. La Reina is the queen. Don't ever get it twisted. I'll keep going. Thank you.
Thank you, regulator.
You're very welcome. So, they take this job and they're supposed to go like rescue these people in like Sudan or somewhere, right? And so it's a setup. It's a setup. And they try to kill these people. They try to capture them. And then all hell breaks loose. From the beginning, the fight scenes are on 1,000. Like, they are kicking some ass. I was not disappointed with this movie. I loved it.
No, I see you. You really.
Yeah, you were excited all weekend.
All weekend, you were emailing and texting and Facebooking and.
Listen,
okay.
It was phenomenal.
It still wasn't no Aquaman, but it was okay for me.
Oh,
it was. I didn't know.
My mic.
Please,
let it
mute.
go.
Please mute.
Let it go.
Please mute. I didn't know what to expect with this film. I didn't see a trailer. I didn't see anything. I watched it, and as soon as they resurrected themselves, I was like, "Oh, this is a science fiction movie. This is some old Wolverine type thing." My main issue with the film, I thought it was okay. You don't know if you're gonna get a second film, right? And so for me, I'm not spoiling anything, Lorena. And so I just want things to be sort of wrapped up. Like, they didn't really explain for me what the immortality was all about. Like give me an origin of it. And that was my main thing, waiting for the story. I'm like, okay, you touched on it, that they're immortal, but I need a reason why.
Yeah.
I need a reason why they lose it after time.
Yeah, that's the other thing.
Because you don't know. You don't know if they're going to get a part 2.
Yeah, because I was going to say there was a point in the movie where Charlize Theron lost her immortality. And sorry, everybody.
Her ability to regenerate.
Well, yeah.
Immortality.
That's right. Yeah, her immortality. And they didn't really explain why she was losing it. They just said, "Oh, well, eventually everybody has to die." And I was like, "No, but that's not what the meaning of immortality means. Like, she's immortal. She's forever. She's been around for centuries." Well, I personally agree with Sydney. I fell asleep on the movie the first time, and it was action in the beginning, and then it was slow in the middle, and then it got action again. So I think the slow parts were really slow for me. I love me some Charlize Theron. I do think the last couple of movies that she made weren't that good. This one was okay. It wasn't phenomenal for me, but I mean, I enjoyed it the second time and I watched it awake, but it was okay.
Yeah.
Go, Lid.
So I felt like Sid too. It was like, okay, I didn't really watch any of the trailers, so I didn't know about the whole immortality piece of it, the side that. So I'm watching it and I'm just like, okay, is this another like blow them up, blow bodies up fighting movie? Because if it is, I'm probably gonna fall asleep because we've seen it already. And then when that whole aspect of them being immortal was introduced, that's when I said, oh, okay, let me pay attention and see how they play it out. But yes, I do agree. There are questions. Okay, but why are they immortal? What makes them? How come it ends? How come? So if the immortality runs out, then they're not immortal. They have a expiration date at some point. So
they're human.
You know exactly why did they turn human after a while? And why did they start this whole crusade of, well, I'm gonna save the world? Like there were a lot of questions, you know what I mean, for me as well. I enjoyed it, I did, and I loved the young lady, the black lead. I loved her. I thought she was really good. But yeah, it was okay. It was just okay for me.
So one thing I will add about immortality, especially as it threads through, comic books and all these different movies, it varies. Because think about Thor and think about his father. They live a long time. They're immortal because they live a little bit longer than the average human being, right? They live hundreds and hundreds of years, but eventually they do die as well. They're not gods. They're immortal. So throughout what we've seen with a lot, what's with the face?
No, I'm
getting a perplexing. I mean, you think about it. Thor's father, right?
No, but you're talking. You can't introduce that into this. That is
I'm just saying immortal. Period. It for me, when I think about the immortality, it doesn't necessarily mean that they're going to live forever. They're not gods. But they live an extended amount of time.
But that's what immortal.
That's what immortal means. You don't think
never
of it as Thor. This is its own thing. Immortality means you live
never
forever.
Die.
But just piggybacking on Lid and the new character, I didn't think she was good. I didn't like her acting.
Who, Nile? You didn't like
the black girl?
Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't like her acting. I thought she was weak. I felt that it could have went to a stronger person, and this role was really important because you don't really see African American women in this role. And so I really wanted someone in that space to really take control and for me to say, oh, what's the next movie, this girl? I'm going to follow her.
Yeah.
I finished this film and I'm like, okay, I'm done with her. Next.
I agree.
I feel like she was a good street. Yeah, I felt like she was a good street girl. Like I could see her in a street movie or something like that. And not a lead role in a street movie, just like a extra.
I do agree with you both because I think, she was okay. But when I think back about the characters that I really love, it's Charlize Theron, Charlize, Andy, and the guys. Like I actually love the gay couple.
Don't get his white women messed up.
I know, I see it.
There's a few white women I love. Angelina Jolie. Charlize Theron.
Charlize. Don't get them twisted.
I love those three. Don't get them twisted.
Don't mess up the Holy Trinity.
But when I think about the characters that were memorable, she was good. And she was good in the movie, but you're right, Sid. I do agree. I don't think she was super strong like the other folks who were in. The other folks were really strong in the movie. And I think she was just okay. And I do agree with you on that.
Yeah.
Really quickly, can I just say that the gay guys, the couple,
Yeah,
when they were laying on the table, no, not in the table, when they were in the car, in the van, and the thing that he said to his partner, that was dope. Where they were like, "Yo, you guys boyfriend?" And he was like, "No, he's more than my boy. Like, he's not my boyfriend. He's my everything." I can't quote what he said, but it was so deep. It was so dope. I was like, "Yo, that's love right there."
Damn,
yeah.
I must have went to the bathroom for that one.
That was.
Oh,
that was dope.
yeah.
That was
a
dope.
beautiful
And then
scene.
and they kissed, and then they kicked the asses.
And then they kicked ass after that. Yeah, they got power from that kiss.
Damn,
right.
I don't remember that one. Okay.
That was a distraction, and they tried to pull them apart, and they fucked them up. They was like, "Oh no, we're not."
Which characters?
Lord have mercy.
Well, they were
the one with the
not the traitor.
Not
the guy with the beard.
Oh, the black guy. Oh, that's why
Yeah.
he put his head on him.
Yeah.
Okay. When he did that, when they were captured, I'm like, that's odd. Okay, I never.
They were showing love through each other.
They were laying together.
The entire movie.
They were a couple. Yeah.
I didn't see that scene. I'm sorry.
Okay.
There was
Brian isn't the only one that can sleep during a film and get back up.
Right. You absolutely
right about that.
Well, on that note, what do you guys think of the film in terms of rating? Lorena?
I mean, for me and my needs, it's a 5, and I'm looking forward to a part 2. The way they left it, I know there's going to be another one, and for me and mine, it's a 5.
Okay, Lydia.
I'm gonna have to give it a 2.75.
Sid.
Wow. Okay. What do I give it? I give it a 3. I give it a 3. It was entertaining. The fight scenes were cool.
I give it a 3 too.
Okay.
I thought it was cool.
Okay.
Such a difference. That's why we're all different.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, all right. Okay. Now we're gonna go into our last film, which was a BET exclusive and BET movie. You know, I love my black.
I love the cheese. I love the cheese.
We got a brand new film that just aired yesterday on BET, and it was called Friend Request. Anyone have a recap of it?
Yeah.
I'll give you. You got it. Go ahead.
No. So, a successful black family man named Malik, played by Tosin, and he's Nigerian, so I'm going to mess this up. Moro Shunfolowa. Sorry. On the rise to be the next Chicago district attorney, is seduced by his crazy ex-girlfriend, played by Rana. Girlfriend Rana, played by Vicky Jiddu. She's Haitian, who is out for revenge of a past wrongdoing and to help her convicted boyfriend get out of jail. So that's just the gist of what the whole movie's about. So let's talk about the cheese.
Oh my God. This film. This film. One thing about these movies, for me, I go into it knowing what it is.
Yeah.
And so I just sit back and just enjoy it. I don't expect it to be any Oscar, Emmy award winning piece of work here.
It's
just something that's entertaining. Right.
It at least gotta be worthy of a B movie on the Sci-Fi Channel. It gotta be better than Sharknado.
Oh no! It's Black Lifetime. It's Black Lifetime, and I love it.
It could be Sharknado.
I like Sharknado.
No, listen. That's what I'm saying. I like Sharknado, so it should be on par with it. And for 2 hours, this could have been 60 minutes.
No, Lorena, this was good. It was cheesy good.
Yeah,
this was good.
They had to
what were you
play
watching?
They had to stretch the cheese. Stretch the cheese.
The cheese could have been 60 minutes. I was looking like, God damn. And then I did it on demand, so you couldn't fast forward. It said this program cannot be fast forwarded, so I couldn't fast forward through the commercials. I was like, ooh.
Okay.
Can I first say what year was this? Because the best friend had a earpiece in his ear. Remember when the earpieces first came out that we used to talk on the phones and they were huge and there was that thick thing and there was Bluetooth?
Hello.
Where did you find that from?
Hello.
BET props.
Darnell in the Shy has an earpiece just like that, and it's taking place in 2020. It's just an old school thing.
Lord have mercy.
But okay, let's talk about the attorney. And he goes to his high school reunion. He was wrong from the giddy up.
From the
giddy up.
First cross of the leg.
You don't have any issues. I understand if there was an entanglement in his relationship with his wife, but they were great. They were having, they were having sex. She was taking care of his needs. It was the perfect couple. And so, okay, your ex comes back into the picture at the reunion, and you dismiss your wife's phone call.
Dismissed her.
But even before then,
in
the first 25 minutes, he was a lying motherfucker. Before he goes to the reunion, he back and forth texting, and then the wife comes in and he hiding the text and lying about who it is. He was texting Raina. It was Raina. She was texting him, and he lied
because of the reunion. That's right. Yeah. That's
friend request.
Right. Let's back it up further. He should have never accepted her friend request from the beginning.
Say it again, Lydia. Say it again.
This your ex, and you're perfect.
10 years.
So it don't matter.
I knew it was trouble when she showed up in that red dress. Just check this out here.
She showed up in that
red dress. Any woman that shows up in a red dress like that, it's over.
It's all that profit right there.
Red dresses are kryptonite.
And she did a basic instinct. And it was like over. He lost it.
I needed a drink after that basic instinct.
She said to him, she was like, Marcus, I'm not wearing any panties. I'm not wearing any panties. I was like, God damn, what the hell? The leg was, he had no panties. What is going on?
Yo. I mean, it was from jump, you knew that stuff was wrong. And look, this was a movie that you pretty much could figure out in the first half hour, even earlier. Because when the best friend Garrett kept saying, don't end up on the couch, don't go, you shouldn't go, you really shouldn't go. Well, why are you going? I was like, okay, Garrett, what's going on? You going come on, you try to play reverse psychology on him where you want him to go, but you're telling him, no, friend, don't go. Like that whole thing was just like, come on, how more transparent can he possibly be?
Can we talk about Garrett for a couple of things? First of all, they went so old school ghetto with the whole water and the milk in cereal. Side note, that was just so ghetto. I don't know why they did that. But Garrett didn't even wait to play his cards right. Like he was so thirsty for Michelle. Like he's in there smelling the panties while she's in the closet. Then he tries to kiss her at right at the wrong moment. Like he really could have played it out better to get what he wanted. I just didn't understand the thirst.
How do you go from thirsting for her so strongly to willing to kill her in the drop of a second toward the end of the movie?
And
I thought you loved this woman. I thought you was feeling her.
I think he loved the $5 million more though.
Yes, and in that whole scene, he the attorney is like asking like, well, Garrett, what happened? And he spills everything. Oh, well, we did this, we did that, and then I want to do that.
Classic villain move.
Recording it. Yeah.
Is that how criminals they just spill their guts just like that?
Wait, hold on. What about they killed the
Maria.
the other lady and put her in the closet in the little dressing closet or whatever in the what was it, cabinet
in the office. In the office.
Yeah.
Who killed her?
Who brought her there?
Who killed
Garrett.
her?
Oh wait,
Yeah.
no.
How did Garrett kill her?
No,
Not
it wasn't Garrett. It
No,
was
there
the
was the
white
man that was
guy.
following her. Yeah, it was the
Yeah,
white
the
guy.
white guy.
But
Yeah.
the guy was outside. How did you get the body? If you killed her in the parking lot or whatever, how did you get her
That's what I wanna know.
upstairs?
Exactly.
How there's no blood anywhere else?
Well, no,
But
Exactly.
Well,
Except for
inside the
blood
closet.
coming out. Yeah,
But
yeah.
Sydney, also, you're speaking about a district attorney's office. There's so much security downstairs. How you get a dead body upstairs without nobody seeing you? You're not the janitor. You can't come in there with no rolling
even
cart.
if he killed her in the office, how did he get clearance to get into the office and get there into her office? None of it made any sense.
None.
Wait,
But it was so good.
Wait,
good.
can you go back to the bar scene? The bar scene for me, when he got up to take the call to his wife and she ordered a second drink, I said, you don't take no drinks from no strangers. Stranger danger.
Mm-hmm.
And I knew she put something in that man's drink.
Yo, when they were in that, and when he walked her up to the hotel room and she just ripped off the red dress
In the hallway.
In the hallway? Like that?
In the hallway.
I didn't know what was going on.
And okay, and let's move inside the room where she's the photographer, right? She is the skilled photographer. So when they reveal the whole plot of what happened, it was Garrett who took the pictures.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So Garrett is a photographer as well, because it's his pictures that are in the gallery.
That's in the gallery.
Oh yes.
Yeah.
And I'm like,
he an
it's not
attorney.
her. But she was in the pictures.
Yeah.
He an attorney, and on the side he take pictures. Click, 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 click. Like,
But
and he's a criminal mastermind on the
mastermind.
side.
But he can't get his boss's attention for shit.
He can't get nobody's attention. Everybody
Nobody knows his name. He sat at the table with the mayor, the district attorney, and ain't nobody say shit to him.
And he's only mad at his friend. He's not mad at anybody else.
Nobody else.
Just
not his
friend.
boss, not anybody else.
Not himself.
No.
Because you obviously not doing what you need to do. Maria said it more than once. She said you ain't doing shit. The whole show she was talking about him.
But
yeah,
that ending scene was so ghetto and so
it was good.
Like I was waiting to see the boom and the mic come into the frame. Like when they started tussling for the gun, I said, "Where's the girl?" They didn't show her for like a minute.
Yeah,
and she just standing there watching the fight.
Yeah,
she ran down the steps.
And then she ran down the steps.
She ran, and then
she ran, but she didn't leave the building.
But
so she waited there for the cop.
But she ran down the stairs while they were continuing to fight. And then when the fight and everything was over, and then Garrett got shot, you see the sirens outside, so you know the police are outside, and he's just like, "Oh, she didn't get that far. I called the police. Y'all been fighting for 20 minutes."
Yeah, and I'm like,
she just waited until y'all were done downstairs eating.
Yeah, it was just that part I was like, oh, so she just ran down the steps and ran into the cops, walked right into them. I'm like, are you serious? It was
also didn't what's the lawyer's name? I don't remember his name. Whatever his Malik.
Yeah.
Didn't Malik touch the girl's belly?
Yes.
When he said, "I'm pregnant," and she had like a little pudge, and she put his hand on her stomach, like to show that she was pregnant.
Mm-hmm.
So that was fake.
Yeah.
Well, wait. First of all,
no, I know pregnancy, but you can't tell if a woman has a stomach and you just
Sydney,
no.
it wasn't that much time that elapsed.
Yeah.
So that's why I was like, why they acting like you could? She's showing. They just had sex.
Right. It was only. It was 2 months, 3 months later or something.
Was it even? Yeah, it was 2 months.
Yeah. So she ain't showing much or whatever. You know what I mean?
No,
he couldn't tell. She could have just had a pooch.
Yeah, a burger pooch.
How about, because real quick, how about the sweet revenge at the end scene where the cousin
Oh,
brought
we
in.
didn't talk about the cousin.
Yeah, when the cousin who is
corrections
officer, yeah, and she brought in the girls
to beat up Raina.
Is it to beat her up or is it to keep her company?
They were beating her ass.
She just happened to be a officer. I thought she wasn't a cop. She was a security guard. Like, what is her role?
Right.
Now she's in the prison, and she has access to this guard. I mean, to this inmate.
She's a CO. She's a CO. She's a correctional officer.
That looked like a Walmart security outfit. That did not look like a real CO outfit.
It straight did. It was like, what? They straight went to Ricky's Halloween costume center and got that joint. It was not authentic at all.
I was wondering, when Malik drove up to the house, Malik had a nice car and everything, right? They got this nice house. But when his wife drives up to the house, she driving something that is not a mirror to what he drives. I was like, why Malik got his wife driving a hoopty? I was so confused. When she drove up,
I didn't see that part.
That was the part
I saw the scene, but I didn't pay attention to the car.
That's when the other lawyer was on the porch with the wine, like, "Hey, girl."
He's standing out front and holding up a bottle of what? What?
Yeah,
just like that. And she
needed comforting.
Yeah, but she don't. I know they were friends, but she doesn't think like, Garrett, what you doing? You just here with a bottle of wine in front of my house?
First of all, I had issues with the wife anyway because she don't listen. The husband kept coming to you and trying to talk. Oh no, I don't have time. You have time now, don't you?
She fell asleep in the middle of him trying to tell her the truth in the beginning.
Yeah,
it was like she knocked out.
At the job, at the catering, she never has time. So this is what happens when you don't have time.
Yeah, good for you.
You get kidnapped.
Good for you. Because he tried to tell you.
You know what? That lady, his wife got on my goddamn nerves.
Yeah.
Just her whole character. And it was like, why are you befriending this lady that you just met? It was like, but she didn't have
no new friend.
But she didn't have no problem when she was pregnant with a married man until she found out her husband was cheating on her. Then she had a problem working with Raina. She ain't no problem getting that check before she found out her husband was cheating.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, you're so hypocritical.
My issue with her as well is the simple fact that she never gave him even when she saw the picture on the even when she saw the picture on the phone, right? She jumped to a conclusion. He was trying to explain. She never gave him the chance to explain. Still be mad. You can still be mad all you want. Still kick him out the house. All that other kind of stuff. But you didn't allow him to explain anything. No, I'm agreeing with you, Sydney. That scene really bothered me. And then even when he went to her job to try and explain again, I'm at work. That you're not. That's still your husband. Like, allow him at least a respectable conversation. Still be mad, kick him out, do whatever you want. Let him explain. You didn't do that. Hands up to her.
So can we rate this on the cheese meter?
Yeah.
For me, it was entertaining, and so it made me laugh. So, I'll give it a 3.5.
I'll give it a 1.5.
You don't like cheesy movies.
I like cheese. I just don't like this cheese.
Listen.
So in terms of my Monterey Jack cheddar cheese meter, this was a good old 4 for me. I enjoyed every second of this movie because it was cheesy
and I am totally shocked. I'm so shocked that he really liked this movie. Wow.
I love cheesy movies.
Yes, this is straight on a cheese meter. It's like how the cheesy movies, I love them. So I agree with Brian. A 4 on the cheese meter. If this was
Yeah,
good
baby.
cheesiness, I loved it. It was
You
wonderful.
talking that monster cheese?
That monster cheese.
So
That Gouda, smoked Gouda cheese.
No, it ain't Gouda.
well,
Cheddar.
Okay, cheese. I'm looking in the comments. I don't see any no comments for these two shows. So, if there's any other, okay, no, I don't see any comments. So, if there's any other shows that you guys want to alert the watch party people to, just to say any new shows that you saw that we might want to talk about, let us know. Lid, anything on the menu? Any new shows that you like that you want to say? Check this out.
I don't know if I mentioned it before.
What's that?
Marcella. Did we mention it before, Brian?
Not on
Marcella.
Not on air. Not on air.
Not on air. Yeah.
Marcella on Netflix.
Okay.
Yes, it's like Luther-esque
Okay.
type of series.
B. Any recommendations?
I would say Hannah on Amazon Prime, season 1 and 2. Excellent. Also, an old show on Netflix, Immortals, 2 seasons, which initially I think was on Bravo. It's from 2017, but it was good. I watched both seasons. Sorry, go Lorena.
I was gonna say Hannah too. I'm trying to catch up. I'm on season 2. Love that show. Snowpiercer, which is on TNT, and also the show Billions. It's on hiatus now, so now is a good time to catch up. Phenomenal show based in New York.
Okay, cool. And tonight, Stars premiered their new show called P-Valley, about the stripper world. I don't know if it's in Atlanta or somewhere in the South, but that aired tonight. And my other show, which I'm really starting to really get into, is I May Destroy You on HBO. It's really, really raw and dicey and spicy. So those are my two recommendations. But this has been another great episode of the Watch Party, y'all. Yay! So this is your boy as the Kiwi,
and this is Lydia.
It's your girl Lorena.
And this is your boy Brian St. John.
Good for a cutoff. All right. All right, y'all. Thank you for another episode of the Watch Party. Catch us this Thursday. Catch us this Thursday for the next episode. All right?
Peace.